Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 104. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And I've screwed up I've actually put 103 there. So I started a new spreadsheet because Happy New Year, Jody. It is 2021.
We are officially living in the future.
No expense spared with the graphics.
Wow.
Here.
Did you make that yourself?
I did make this myself, yes.
For listeners on the podcast, Sloan's flashing a Happy New Year and a 2021 sign.
That's right. I got the year right, which I will not be writing in my notes for the next 3 months. I'll still be writing 2020.
Yeah. See from the Christmas presents that Danny received and we kind of have got right now, really feels like we're living in the future. Like, Alexa, you're like,
don't say that word. She's right there.
Oh no, the A word.
Yeah, the Echo.
Yeah, and the Oculus. Like, these two pieces of kit are just off the scale.
I was saying that to Sam. She got an iPad, and she was sitting like installing all the applications on it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going, when I was a kid, I was watching. Well, I was kind of late kid, I guess. When I was your age, I used to watch this TV show called Star Trek. And inside Star Trek: The Next Generation, they had these things called PADs, personal access data devices. And they were thin bits of metal that had a screen on it, and they could touch the screen, they'd write notes and all that kind of stuff. And I said, and you're sitting with that in your lap. It's just mind-blowing, the fact that these things are now commercial things. In fact, we were talking when we were chatting today with James. Shout out to James, by the way, who's not feeling well with the other C word.
Yeah, James, get well soon.
Yes, get well soon.
You know we love you, and speedy recovery. Yes. I think he's on the mend, though. He's got
I think so. Yeah, he's on a treatment that he's got just now. Yeah. So hopefully.
So we're going to hold back in the old Mando show until he's 100% fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna pull down we had planned something this Thursday, but we're gonna pull it down and we'll put something up, and it won't be as good as the Mando show, but we'll put a video up there anyway, just to sort of keep the channel ticking over until we can get the full squad back together again.
Exactly.
What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about now.
I have no idea. Right, bye.
Right, bye. I'm only kidding.
I don't listen to a word you're saying.
I don't listen to what I'm saying either. I'm just talking until eventually the air runs out of my lungs.
Actually, it used to be that way because when we first started doing this, the audio wasn't that clear, and sometimes I couldn't understand, and I'd be laughing at your jokes that probably were you saying something dead serious.
That still happens.
Or not.
Yeah, it's only taken us 2 years now to get to the audio and graphic fidelity that we
dreamed of.
Dreamed of, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew? A couple of lights. That's all you need. By the way, if people think
I've got a light.
What?
I've got a green light I could use. I'll use it next week.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, just in the background. Oh, nice.
Blow your mind.
Nice.
I wouldn't blow the people listening on audio only minds, but anyway.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Watch the YouTube channels,
Yeah. There's plenty of content up there. It's not just the podcast. There's other things as well.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about technical things and how we've evolved.
Yes, that was what I was saying. Yeah,
future.
We were talking to James on Messenger, and we're talking about the volume and ILM stagecraft, and I'm thinking, so we were talking about it, and we were saying that technology is in the hands of professionals just now, but imagine what it's going to be like in 5 to 10 years. Like green screen was unheard of in the home, and that's a Zoom option. Now, do you have a green screen? It's like, oh, why don't you have a green screen? You'd be better off the green screen. So graphic cards and all that kind of stuff are more powerful now, and so you could imagine that you can do what they're doing in ILM Stagecraft in your home, in not
Also,
not too
right?
distant future.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, remember? Do you remember Microsoft were developing a thing, and it was going to be like a on your walls, projected onto your
Yep.
walls thing. Do you remember? It was a bit like the volume, but in your
but
living
in your room, yeah.
Now, if they can do that, right, and the corners, you know, the shadows, like here, you've got this thing. If they can soften that and blend it so it's smooth, and do that in every corner, you know, which I'm sure they'll be able to do, which you probably can do now.
Funny you should mention it, but you
That
can.
will be completely seamless. Completely
So,
seamless.
Disney has, I don't know if they invented it, but they have this thing called projection mapping. And what you do is you take a building and you map out the geometry of it, and then you distort your video to fit where the camera's looking at and where the geometry of the building is, so it looks like it's one big giant canvas. And so everything blends in nicely, and that's kind of what you're talking about there, is where you take that, you know, that hard edge there, and then you make that sort of, that's at this angle, so you've got to kind of skew it or do whatever you need to do to whatever geometric operation you need to do to get it flat. And
because I mean,
it's the holodeck coming. I mean, that's what it is, and then you can use your Oculus to basically become an AR set. Because you were talking about you can see the camera through that. Imagine being able to see the camera through that, and you're in a jungle, and you get any bad guys coming towards you. It'll freak you out.
See, when the camera's like, it's almost like infrared vision, so it's not like it's not like full color, but the technology is going to develop. I mean, the technology at the moment's phenomenal, because it's like, how can they track stuff without a camera in front of you, or you know.
I was utterly amazed when we did that that Shadows of the Empire thing at the Void, and you put your hand up like that, and it's a stormtrooper arm and hand, and you can go like that with your fingers, and it tracks you. You don't have gloves on. It's tracking you. It's insane.
That's what the Oculus is like.
Yeah, but that's I don't understand how that, like, my mind is blown by that technology.
The Oculus, you can change controllers to your hands, so you can just have your hands, and it does that exact same thing you're talking about. You need to try it. See, when you come over, you need to try it, man. It's unbelievable. And forget what we've been watching this week. That Oculus has been like in vogue, because thanks to you, we got Half-Life Alex on the old Oculus, and it is possibly the finest graphics I've ever seen in my life in a game. And the interaction, you can interact with anything. It's like, you know, if there's a bucket there, you can stick it in your head. You can, you know, chuck stuff off the balcony. You can, you know, you can draw on the walls with a felt tip pen. The windows with a felt tip pen. It's like the graphics are so crisp, and there's a little bit of lag on it. I did notice, but if you change the graphics settings just slightly, you actually change them to medium from insane. I don't think they're insane. But there's like four or five settings, and medium's the second one up from the lowest, and it still looks phenomenal. It doesn't really lack much at all, but it moves a hell of a lot smoother. It's an insane game. Unbelievable, Slim. Really, really phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I do want to give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. If you play it, you will want one.
Yeah. I want to try the Batu one as well.
Oh, I was playing that as well. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. Graphics are good in that as well. But not insane like the detail that Half-Life Alex is. The detail's just insane.
Yeah. Cool. So you've been watching television this week?
Yes. Yeah, we've been watching stuff. We're watching old things, so I won't dwell too much in those. We watched on Friday night. We watched. I'm not proud of it. The Emoji Movie. Not my choice, obviously.
I have something in there that I'm not proud of either.
Anyway,
I'll get that in a minute.
I sat through it. I think I probably did quite a good wee snooze actually through it.
Oh my god. That good, huh?
It's one of those ones. Mm. I can never remember what both films were.
Is Jean-Luc Picard, is Patrick Stewart in it? Does he play the poop emoji?
Possibly.
Okay.
Don't know. I didn't pay that much attention. I really didn't. And I've seen it. I took Danny to see that in the pictures when it came out.
Oh, really?
God's sake. Yeah, because he was buzzing to go and see it. And it's kind of one of his favourite films, you know?
Yeah.
He's only 9. Wreck-It Ralph, we watched again. Tron Legacy again. It's a bit of a video game movie.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
No Mortal
Legacy's
Kombat
good,
and
like that.
Street Fighter.
No.
Okay.
Tron Legacy is really quite decent. Really quite like that film. More than decent. I really enjoy that film. Did watch another one. I can't remember. Anyway, so the main ones on the old Netflix was His House. It's a horror film of sorts about these refugees that move to England and they lose their daughter on the way over on the boat. She falls in the water and they lose her, and I think the guilt and the kind of the horror of that kind of gets them, and these things are living in the walls. Matt Smith is in it.
Oh, really?
Which is, he's not got a great big role in it, kind of thing, but he's really quite good in it. He's a different thing from what I've seen him in. Really,
yeah.
Enjoyable. I did enjoy it. I guess it was one of the ones because remember how last week we were going through the Rotten Tomatoes, and it was one of the ones that got 100%.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
And it was on my list, so I thought, well, let's watch that. I don't know where they get the 100% rating from. I would say it's probably 70%, but for me,
right,
not 100% perfect movie by any means. It's a 70%, I would say 7 out of 10. It's pretty solid.
That's solid. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Not bad. I'm trying to get to the end of Cobra Kai.
Season 3?
Well, no, I'm trying to get to the end of season 2.
So I haven't even started season 2 of Cobra Kai. Yeah,
I'm kind of struggling with season 2 a little bit. I'm kind of watching an episode a week or something. But I think I'm almost maybe in the last episode of season 2. Not that it's bad, but I think the novelty of the first season overrode anything. The second season's a bit tougher to watch, but still good though, you know.
Yeah.
And I want to watch season 3, obviously. We started watching a thing called Ragnarok.
Okay.
I don't think it's not that new. It's a Norwegian thing. It's about these two brothers that go to a new town in Norway. Their dad's died and stuff, and he starts to have these powers, kind of thing. This old lady touches him, not in that way. Touches him in the street, and they kind of has a kind of moment. Sounds bad, but he doesn't go to the police about it. But and from that point on, he starts getting he's a bit stronger, and it's really quite interesting actually. And we're only in episode 1, but yeah, promising.
Okay.
Got kind of we were looking for something like The Dark or something like that to watch, that would watch that was a foreign thing. So it's good.
I watched Dark episode 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Didn't grip
When
me.
was that? a while ago.
It's about a week ago. I just
I did the
remember
exact same thing. I watched the first episode. I was quite late to it. I think it had been out a year. And I watched the first episode, and I was like, okay. And then about a year later, I was like, I'm going to watch this again. Oh boy, that's possibly one of the best things I've ever watched in the telly.
Wow.
On Netflix. Yeah, really, really good. Brilliant. Then we watched the Yorkshire Ripper, the Ripper documentary limited series. 4 episodes. Blasted them last night. All 4 episodes. Really well done.
Grim viewing.
But grim, totally grim. And I kind of knew quite a bit of it already. And the last episode, no spoilers here, but I was kind of expecting a bit of a courtroom thing.
Oh, maybe there's 5 episodes, Jody. Maybe you missed the last one.
Oh, maybe I did. Courtroom gate. That's the one that explains everything. Who would have done a thing like that? So,
I don't know. Certainly wouldn't have been me.
No, certainly not you. No, definitely not. By the way, there's 3 episodes in the original trilogy of Star Wars. Just saying. There's only 2 in the did I say sequel trilogy? Original trilogy.
What are you trying to say? In the original trilogy, there's 3 movies because that would be a trilogy.
No, just in case you missed Return of the Jedi.
I was in the theatre with you when I watched Return of the Jedi. Remember we were like that? Ewoks 30 feet tall.
That's because we were sat right at the front.
Right at the front. For some stupid reason.
Yeah. Anyway, I was kind of expecting it to be. I was expecting episode 3 for him to get caught and then to talk about him, and then episode 4 was like the courtroom. It's not a drama, then it's a documentary, but you know, to kind of get into the why he did it and all that jazz. I'm not getting any spoilers, but in case nobody's seen it. Mary Queen of Scots we watched with Margot Robbie and the Irish actress
Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse. Say her name, but anyway.
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse dear. Ronan dear. Saoirse.
Saoirse. Saoirse.
We could do this all day.
It's still Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Yeah, she was in Hannah.
She's good, actually.
She was in the Grand Budapest Hotel. She was in Manhattan, Broadway, one of those movies that mentions a New York place. She was in that.
Oh, yeah.
She's been in a lot of things. She's a good actress.
She was in Golden Compass, wasn't she?
I don't know.
I think she was.
The movie? I don't know.
The movie, yeah.
I don't know if that
she's good, anyway. Margot Robbie's good in it as well. Margot Robbie seems to go for these roles these days that
she plays
horrendous in.
She plays Mary Queen of Scots, doesn't she? Margot Robbie.
No.
It's Saoirse Ronan that plays Mary Queen of Scots. Saoirse.
Yeah, Saoirse. Saoirse. And yeah, Margot Robbie plays Queen Elizabeth, if I was paying attention.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, she seems to take on these roles that make her look pretty ugly. Or kind of, a character. She's like a character actress almost.
Yeah.
Even though I don't see her that way, but, like Harley Quinn, she was heavily made up. Tonya, she was heavily made up. For this, she was heavily made up. Kind of stripping away how beautiful she is, showing her actor chops. So it was good. Enjoyed it. David Tennant's in it as well.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he's a kind of nasty guy that's trying to, drum up a bit of hatred for Mary Queen of Scots. So
Okay.
it must be a famous biblical. I didn't catch his name.
Famous biblical.
Not biblical, historical.
It's probably
The reason why I say that. The reason why I say that. My next film was we thought we'd watch a kind of biblical thing, and it was a film called Risen.
Okay.
It's not about a laundrette.
I was going to say, is that not
It's
about bread?
It's about it's Joseph Fiennes, and he plays a Roman soldier who has to find the body of Jesus after it's been disappeared out of the tomb in Jerusalem.
Sure.
Galilee.
I mean, he was from Galilee.
Turns up in Galilee. Spoilers. Fishing. But not for compliments.
No, never for compliments.
No. So that's a good one as well, actually. And it came out in 2016. I must have been full of the joys of Force Awakens because I never heard of that one at all.
At least somebody was.
Oh, come on, come off it. Search your feelings. Yeah, so enjoyed that one too. Cool. And it's a kind of different sort of take on the crucifixion and all that jazz.
Different take on the crucifixion.
Well, the way it shows you, and and it's a kind of aftermath of it, and from the Roman side of it,
Yeah.
they're like, you better get this guy, so I can. He actually says that in it. The kind of Roman leader guy is like, you better go and find Jesus so I can kill him again. Which sounds like a cheesy Hollywood-esque type thing to say in it, but
yeah,
it's actually done really well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty gritty.
Right, so I have been mostly watching terrible movies that the family always wanted to watch, and I'm like, okay, I'll just watch it because it's okay. So moving from top to bottom, we watched Mordecai.
There's a top.
There's a bottom. Mordecai, which is Johnny Depp, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Paul Bettany.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just okay.
Yeah.
I read.
What's that about?
An hour and a half. It's about this con man art collector guy who gets involved in a stolen painting, a Goya, and he jets all over the world trying to find different clues and stuff. It was okay. It was quite pleasant. Based on a graphic novel, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, as a palate cleanser to that, we decided we would go highball after that. And so we went with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Again, that is on heavy rotation in your house. Far too much.
Jody, Emoji Movie.
Our
Emoji Movie.
Credibility is going to get out the window if we keep...
Emoji Movie.
If we keep repeating those movies that we watch, our credibility is going to go...
Say goodbye to that.
Even lower than it is right now.
Welcome, new subscriber.
Yeah, I know. I do apologise.
And then on the banner, so when you put up the Fire Stick, it's got the banner that says, "Hey, you should watch this movie." And this week it was Palm Springs, which is Andy Samberg, Andy Samberg, and the woman that was in USS Callister. I can never remember her name. It's like Caitlin something or other. Anyway, Milani. She played the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Okay. You'd probably recognize it this year. It's a kind of time loop Groundhog Day thing.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons is in it as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good. I got a good few solid laughs out of it. I would recommend it. It's
What's that
on
called?
Prime Video. Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. Okay.
Palm. Boing.
I'll write that. I'll scroll that off my list. Never going to watch.
Anyway, then we decided to watch another couple of classic movies. So Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Classic.
Is the list? Wait a minute here. At this point, is the list getting better or worse? Better now. Last Crusade.
It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Then it's going to dip down. And it's going to get better again.
All right, good.
So next one up was Please Eddie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, okay.
Which I haven't seen in years. It was still funny, and I laughed all the way through it. Yeah. Roger Rabbit is actually a really cool character.
I know.
I'd say that, but yeah, I really liked it. Like his antics. He wasn't annoying
to watch that.
Do you remember?
To watch it.
Oh,
that'll be your agent.
That'll be Roger Rabbit's agent. No, I owe him a nickel for every time he gets mentioned. I know. Sorry about it. There you go, Scott. It's like Forky. When you first hear about Forky, you're going, this is going to be the most annoying character in the world. And it's the same thing with Roger Rabbit. You're going, like, it's just going to be an annoying bug. It's going to be like a Bugs Bunny character, but he's actually really nice and really sweet, and you really like him.
Bugs Bunny's magic.
Bugs Bunny's horrible. He's a nightmare. Do you think of all the bad things he did to that poor duck?
What, Elmer Fudd?
Not Elmer Fudd. Daffy Duck.
Elmer Fudd was trying to kill him.
Yeah. It's because he was hunting wabbits. Be very, very scared. I'm hunting wabbits.
Do you think they would shame Warner Brothers cartoons for having a character that had a speech impediment? Or would they be rejoiced?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's quite a sympathetic character.
It's been celebrated, the fact he's got a speech impediment. Possibly.
Are we talking about Bugs Bunny here?
No.
Anyway,
speech impediment as well.
I mean, I think it was Mel Blanc. Moving along, Night School.
Okay, that sounds like a porn film, but carry on.
It's
there's a second edit.
Tiffany, I know. You're going to call this the episode Swiss Cheese. Actually, we should call it Jumper because there's so many jump cuts. The next one is Night School, which is Kevin Hart co-wrote it, and it stars him and Tiffany Haddish. And it's about this guy who's a barbecue salesman, and he goes back to night schools, hence the title of the movie, to get his GED so that he can join his friend's financial company, which I don't know what they do. They're like day traders or something. It was okay. It was extremely formulaic. Taram Killam plays the principal who knew him at school and was bullied by Kevin Hart at school, and hilarity ensues. So, yeah, and he's got a girlfriend, and the girlfriend doesn't know about it, finds out he's lying, dumps him. He gets his GED in the end. They get back together again. I'm not spoiling it. This is exactly how you'd think it would go. No, anyway, it went that way. And then the last movie we watched is Addams Family Values, which is not quite on heavy rotation in this household, but it's a great. I think it's funnier than the first one, because Joan Cusack is hilarious in it. Actually, Christina Ricci is amazing in it as well as Wednesday. About the whole we will not break bread with you. That whole
she's a great character.
Story.
Actually,
she's a fantastic character, and she plays it really well. But I think Joan Cusack just edges it a little bit.
She's fantastic
with her deputy character.
Yeah, she's really good actually. She's the kind of trying to seduce Fester.
Yes, and she does a slideshow at the end where she's going like, "I wanted a ballerina Barbie, not a Malibu Barbie." And what did my parents get me? A Malibu Barbie. They had to go. The house is on fire. So yeah,
it's dark, good.
it's
As it should
great.
be.
Yeah, exactly. And then TV wise, I mentioned that we watched Dark episode 1, so I guess we'll be watching it in another year. Last night,
Stick with it.
okay. Last night, everyone went to bed, and I was like, I'm going to sit and watch a Mandalorian episode. So I chose The Believer, which is one of my favorite episodes. Not that it's like, choosing your favorite child. Was one of my favorite episodes of season 2, which I think is actually better than season 1. But
So damn.
it's Bill Burr returns as Miggs Mayfeld.
Yeah.
Just it's great watching him act.
I
He's
think
just
the
natural.
dialogue really makes that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, the whole you must be a joy to work with, and all those kind of things that he says, and it's like it's just common courtesy, telling people where they're going. Just let me know, common courtesy. Like this whole dialogue at the start, it's fantastic. And it's great as well because there's a whole moral dilemma in there. There's lots of moral dilemmas in there, and it's all beautifully acted by everybody concerned. Pedro Pascal's in there, obviously, because he's Mandalorian. Just great.
Yep. I was so glad they brought Bill Burr back because we were when the first season happened, we were like, I think they're bringing these characters back because I want to see this gang again. Didn't see the full gang, but we got to see Bill Burr, so that was good enough for me.
Oh yeah,
and they were only put together anyway. They weren't a gang.
Exactly, they weren't really a
Guardians
gang.
Galaxy. They were put together. So
yeah,
seeing Bill Burr, man,
it was
fantastic.
Great.
Yes, please.
Because
he'll be back as well. He'll be back, man.
I think the fact that he doesn't like Star Wars makes it better because he's acting as if it's real in that case. Because he's like he doesn't know the lore and all that kind of stuff. He's just doing the best that he can, and he's doing a great job.
He's seen Star Wars. It's not as if he's never seen it. It's just that he's not a fanatic about it. The way, he's a sports fan.
He has actually said he doesn't hate Star Wars. He hates the fans of Star Wars, and
that's not a good thing to say. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure he said that. Anyway, if he didn't, leave a comment below. Lego All Stars has got this Youth 7 show. Y7 it's called. It's called The Chronicles of Roger from Trenches to Wrenches, and it's all about this. The Roger battle droid guys, not the battle droids, the rank and file guys, the Roger guys, and it's all about. Yeah, so it's him. He's managed to make it through from the Clone Wars all the way to present day, and it's his story through the ages. And he goes, "This reminds me of a story, chapter 57 of my book." And he starts reading from his book, and it's all this kind of cut scenes back to when he was alive.
Plus.
Yeah. Also working my way through Clone Wars season 2. I was actually quite busy this week, busy as in not busy, watching TV. Clone Wars season 2. Started watching that.
Have you done season 1?
Yeah,
working way through the whole lot.
Yeah. So season 2, I'm up to the Mandalorian plot, or the Mandalore plot, or whatever it's called. That bit there. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm doing Rebels at the moment, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I never mentioned it, but I'm doing Rebels. Yeah.
And then I watched this thing. By the way, this is out, and this is the reason why I want to bring this up. Is Netflix seem to be taking podcasts and making them TV shows. So Netflix, if you're listening, we could do these. We could do this. We could do like a Star Wars thing for them. I don't know what we could do.
We could.
Anyway,
we could pop out from obscurity.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's this podcast called Song Exploder, and I've been watching that. So I watched 9 Inch Nails' Hurt. So Trent Reznor was on talking about his song Hurt. The Killers. It is his song.
Oh, sorry, it is. Sorry. It is his. Johnny Cash did it. Sorry, I'm thinking about it around. Sorry.
So yeah, Nine Inch Nails, Hurt, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Wait For It, which is the Aaron Burr song, and The Killers, When You Were Young, and it's basically about how all these songs came about. And so they interview the artists that wrote the songs, and then they do a performance at the end, and it's really good. It's a nice 20-minute episode where they interview the people and then they talk about their song. Really liked it. I thought it was
because Hurt was originally about heroin addiction, wasn't it?
It was about addiction. He says in there it's just about addiction, but it could be about anything. But yeah, it was like drugs and alcohol, and because I mean, there's a line in it that says, I stuck myself with a needle just to see if I could hurt. And, yeah.
But Johnny Cash version, I don't know if it's because of the video, but was more about looking back in your life and the pain of what life can be because you're watching people die around you. As you. So he kind of almost,
because everyone I know goes away in the end.
Is one of the lines. He made it about life in general.
Yeah,
which is a great thing, isn't it? Because you can see it from both ways. Great song. Song.
It's a fantastic song. Both versions are amazing. I wouldn't say I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, but I do certainly like a lot of their stuff. I definitely like the Atticus Ross. In fact, it was Atticus Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Did they not do the incidental music for Soul?
That's exactly what I was going to say. They did, yeah.
Because
I knew they did music, and I was like, who the hell was it?
They were basically Nine Inch Nails. So Nine Inch Nails has now gone from like industrial rock. To making scores for movies. By the way, if you're a coder, the Social Network soundtrack is just to code to. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. It's almost as good as Tron Legacy.
It's good
soundtrack. Oh, it's a good soundtrack.
Really good soundtrack.
And then finally, I watched the holiday movies that made us Elf episode because
cool.
I just want to watch Elf. So.
Brilliant.
And that's it. That's what I watched. Shall we talk news?
Yes.
Do you have any news?
You having a laugh?
What happened?
I'm still here.
No, I know. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I do have one thing. There's heavy rumours that the Rhea compilation disc that was on Xbox is coming to Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's hold on to your jetpacks, folks. Hold on to your golden eyes, and holding on to your.
This is Rare Replay.
Yeah, Rare Replay. There's pretty heavy rumours it's coming to Switch, and there are big links with Xbox and Switch these days with cross-platform stuff. Cuphead being one. Xbox share plays, a thing quite early on of the Switch's life, and so there is,
I remember there was talk as well of Xbox Live Arcade coming to Switch as well, wasn't there? Or no, it wasn't. It was the.
There was. You're right. You're right. It was.
There's something else. I'm sure there's something else as well. I think it might even be the whole platform and like DirectX type level.
Yeah, there was rumors. There was rumors. I don't think that'll maybe happen though. Although at the time I thought it might have, but that's too much of a crossover. I think for them to give them their platform to play in a different console.
That would be nice though if we did get Rare Replay on Switch.
That'd be cracking. Blast Corps.
Yeah.
Some real Stonewall classics in there.
all the Spectrum Ultimate Play the Game games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Saberwolf,
Attic Attack,
Nightlore.
yeah,
Everything.
Jetpack.
Nightmare, is that on there?
The
The cowboy one, what was that?
That was Gunslinger. Gunslinger? Gunfighter. One of the two, anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be sweet if that happened.
That'd be good.
I did have another one. Have you got one?
I've just got a rundown of the movies that are coming in 2021.
All right, go for it. I don't remember what else it was.
Okay, March 5th is Rhea and the Last Dragon.
Oh, that was good.
This is
Pixar or Disney?
Disney, it's voices of Kelly Marie Tran and Aquafina. I think this is the first Disney animation that they've actually made from their homes. Because obviously they've been stuck at home. Also March 5th, coming to America. See if they did that. I saw a trailer for this. Looked kind of funny. I thought the bit where they go back to the barbershop. It's good to the fact that Arsenio Hall is in there as well. He's back. Morbius on March 19th. Was this not supposed to be for 2020?
Boy, well, of course, but that film has been. Well, I think that film was well meant to be out in 2020. Obviously, things happened, and there's been loads of films delayed like that. Free Guy for one as well. I think there's a few like Dune, as in Dune, is still coming out in theaters. I mean, the things you're mentioning here, are they still theater releases?
Sure.
Or are they just
no, I think they're all theater. Because I'm pretty sure Rhea and the Last Dragon is going to be Disney's first attempt to do release in theaters, release on streaming same day. So you can buy it for $29.90, or you can rent it for $29.99, and you get it the first, like, rather than going to the theater, you can watch it with your family, which is not, you know what? That's not bad. I mean, it's $30. You're going to spend $100
the Mulan thing. You mean?
No. Yeah, like the Mulan thing. Yeah.
I thought they weren't doing that again. It was a disaster.
Well,
PR disaster.
It's a PR disaster for that, but yeah.
People didn't get it.
I know.
They didn't purchase it.
I still haven't watched it.
Near that. It's free now.
I know.
Subscription.
No Time to Die, April 2nd.
Another one that's been
delayed.
Heavy on the list.
Oh, I didn't realize Jeffrey Wright was playing Felix Leiter. Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
Rami Malek plays the bad guy. Quiet Place, April 23rd. Never saw The Quiet Place. Sorry, Quiet Place Part 2. I've never seen it. The first one. So.
Well, you know, that's a good movie.
Black Widow, May 7th.
I'll watch Scarlett Johansson and anything.
Phase 4 of the MCU.
Yeah. So is that the first one from Phase 4 then, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Must
The
be.
other one that's coming out is later on, which is the Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, which is
technically is Spider-Man Far From Home the first one?
It might be. I think technically it might be.
Post
Tony. Godzilla vs. Kong, May 21st.
Good one. Looking forward to that. I like the Godzilla ones, and I like the Kong Skull Island one. It was good.
Do you like the Disney remakes? Because they're redoing Cruella with Emma Stone.
That was quite good.
Yeah. Fast and Furious 9 is coming out finally a year later. I think probably to the day, May 28th. Wes Anderson's new film is coming out summer 2021. French
Always
Dispatch.
good to see.
Yeah,
Always
Timothy
good to see.
Chalamet, Hilda Swinton, Saoirse Ronan again, Bill Murray, Jeffrey Wright, Frances McDormand, Elizabeth Moss, Willem Dafoe, Christoph Waltz. So there's a few people in there that have worked with Wes Anderson before, notably Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's always in there.
Willem Dafoe and Saoirse. So
yeah,
good to see.
That'll be neat. I loved the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great. Oh, that is. I'm not a Wes Anderson fan, but my God, I love that movie.
No, it's a great film.
Hands off my bellboy.
No.
Oh my
dear. The one before that was quite. Before that was quite good as well. The kind of Boy Scout one. Bruce Willis was in it.
Don't remember that.
Was quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Jeez, aye, that's right.
June 11th.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
So apparently, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, and Annie Potts are going to reprise their roles.
Great.
Apparently. They're joined by Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Paul Rudd, and Carrie Coon. In the Heights, June 18th, which is Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical, is getting its own movie. So, sure. Remember how I was asking they're going to make a Venom sequel?
Yeah.
They have.
Have they?
Yes. June 25th this year. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
First one was quite good. Yeah. I thought it'd be a one-off, I must admit. I didn't think it'd be a
I liked it.
trilogy thing. I do like Tom Hardy. He's very good.
Yes.
In fact, I watched the Craze one with him in it.
Oh. Have you seen the duplicity of the poster?
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's not that great. I didn't really like it. I thought it was a bit, and he's not very good in it either. And it's the first time I've actually seen him in something I didn't like him in.
So here's a where are we going here? Yeah, here we go. Share screen. This is not going to work for you, obviously, if you're watching this, and I'll try and describe it. So there's a poster of the Craze movie, which is Legends, or is that what it's called? So it's got 4 stars. Time Out, Dazed has got 4 stars. MTV's got 4 stars. And then the Guardian in the middle there, it looks like it's got 4 stars because their heads are hiding it because all the stars are projected behind there. No, the Guardian gave them 2 stars.
Wow.
But it looks like everybody's giving them 4 stars because it's just the way
because the way that it's been because it's between their 2 heads, the narrowest bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can only see the 2. But
it actually gets 2 stars. So
his performance feels like a caricature. It doesn't feel like a kind of solid. Feels as if as well that a lot of it was improvised as well, but in a kind of obviously improvised.
Yeah.
It's taken a while to watch it, right enough, but as in to get round to watching it. But
I kind of went through a kind of kick of these movies. So I watched Chopper with Eric Bana, which I've seen several times since then, and it's
me too.
It's, honestly, his portrayal of Chopper is just chef's kiss. It's so good. Like when you see the real Chopper being interviewed, and then you see Eric Bana doing it, it's like, oh my God, that is so good.
Especially when you see Eric Bana in real life, he looks nothing like him, but he's like totally spot on.
Yeah.
Do you know it was Nicholas Wendig that directed that directed Drive as well?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he an Australian director?
No, he's
okay.
Foreign, European foreign. I'm not sure what country from. So.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, July 9th. Now, the Ten Rings is interesting because that's the famous bit where Tony Stark is being the ransom note for Tony Stark. Behind him is a flag, and there's 10 rings on the flag. So this is setting them up to be the bad guys. So this is good.
So is this part of the MCU?
First MCU with mostly Asian and Asian American cast.
Phase 4.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because there's a cinematic universe and there's the Marvel. What is that? They're not two different spikes of Marvel at the moment.
They're kind of. I think they're kind of used to be.
Is it just all Phase 4 now? Cinematic universe. It's all linked.
Mm-hmm. It's all connected.
All right. Okay.
Do you know how I know? Because we're connected. Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Disclaimer that may not or may not be true.
No,
it's a wee disclaimer.
Space Jam: A New Legacy, July 16th. I never watched the first one, so I'm not a
Who's
huge
going to be the basket? You've never seen the first one?
No.
Who's going to be won't be Michael Jordan then, will it?
LeBron James.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Jungle Cruise, July 30th. Emily Blunt.
That was good. Trailer looks brilliant.
Dwayne Johnson. Another theme park ride becomes a movie. They did quite well with Pirates of the Caribbean. So, you know what? For all it gets shouted at, The Haunted Mansion isn't that bad a movie.
All right, bit dated. You just reminded me of what the other movie we watched on Friday night was.
What's that?
Journey 2.
Oh, right.
Not the Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Journey 2 with The Rock in it. Those are 2 hours we'll never get back.
And then October 1st. Playing the long game in this one. Dune
in October.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking for a theatre release then for that.
Oh yeah. 100%. And then Spider-Man's going to be December 6th, 17th. Oh, and Matrix 4 is December 20th as well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
The thing is, right? They were supposed to all be releases this year, right?
I know.
So there must have been stuff in production waiting to go into this year.
Yeah.
They're all supposed to be last year. They were all supposed to be released, right? So all the stuff that was supposed to be released last year is getting released this year. All the stuff getting released this year is going to be kicked forward as well. So unless things get put onto streaming and that kind of stuff.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they're pushing out these movies as far as possible to give them enough runway so that they can get new movies for next year and the year after. That would be my guess.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, the ones that were in production already that weren't even kind of spoken about.
Yeah.
Those ones are must either be on hold or they're extent. They don't just stop production or do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like a train on a platform waiting to go, and it's delayed.
Yeah.
So you've got a backlog of trains, coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So there must be a backlog of movies in production that are either cancelled or gone nowhere or they're going to get delayed to 2023 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Right, yeah. I don't know what movies are going to do. I don't know what they've got now for the next year. Like that whole schedule that Disney came up with for their D23 investor thing. Not the new one.
Yeah, how far away?
The old one where there was supposed to be like a trilogy, a Star Wars trilogy happening. It's like that's just not happening anymore.
Yeah, certainly didn't get mentioned. No.
The Avatar franchises, they're all getting pushed out as well. Mm-hmm. So and those movies are taking those slots. So the movies that the Star Wars movies that would have come out, that's now going to be the Avatar ones. Like there's just this whole big of movies.
I know. It's just it's a big funnel, right?
It's a big funnel.
Pushed down it. Pushed down this funnel.
Does it say the sausage?
There's a tiny wee sliver coming out. And they're all getting bagged up. They're all getting squashed together. Not a pretty sight.
It's not, no. That's like red M&Ms and blue M&Ms. They all end up the same colour.
That's right, they do. White.
Wait.
You just took the colour off them.
Wait, what? That doesn't
Well,
work.
is that just Smarties that happens to?
Yeah, Smarties.
I've never sooked an M&M.
Smarties are better than M&Ms. Fight me. I said it.
They are better. Are you disappointed when you get a packet of peanut M&Ms instead of a full chocolate?
Okay.
Do you feel cheated?
I like peanuts and I like chocolate. I do not like them mixing.
No.
I don't like the idea of
I like raisins. I like raisins. I like chocolate, but I don't like them mixing either.
No. It's unnatural. Keep them separate.
Unnatural.
I don't
Considered unnatural.
Exactly. Darth Plagueis at his best. So, what are we talking about?
In other news, I've been playing a bit more old Cyberpunk. Not greatly far into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Good. I'm enjoying it.
That sounds
the driving is
Jody.
The driving is a bit off.
Well, blame the driver.
And get my head around, the world and all that, and kind of upgrading your body and things like that.
Yeah,
it's a bit mental, but it's a bit rude as well. I don't mind that.
So I think you left Red Dead Redemption 2 when you were like 17%. So what are you at now? Completion level?
I don't think I'm probably about 5%.
Oh, really?
Maybe. I would say I don't know exactly how much, but I've been playing it for a good couple of hours, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I don't get a lot of time to play it.
Yeah, I know.
Because I either need to kind of play it at night time when everyone's in bed, or during the day, which just isn't going to happen. So
yeah,
I played it probably 3 hours. So I'd say I'm not that far in at all, but I'm far in enough that kind of it's intriguing me. And I will continue.
Do you want to laugh to see what I've been doing?
I'd say I prefer Red Dead 2 though, so far.
Okay.
Just to kind of wait.
It's kind of open world, which is why I was kind of asking about that.
Yeah. I mean, this is as well. I mean, you can you get a thing to do, but you can wander about if you want, wander off. But anyway, sorry.
Do you want to see the goodness stuff that I've been making? So I got back into 3D printing, and so I'm not. Okay, I haven't used Blender before to any great extent, and I'm trying to get used to the tool. So here's the things
I want to get used to playing that.
Here's the things I've made. Right, you ready for this? You're gonna love this. So I've got this here, which, if I get a box. This will hopefully show you what this is. See there, like that.
Oh, that's good. Putting a black box against a black. Oh, something more black. All right, sorry, that's a stand.
But it's a stand.
Oh, very good. Very good.
For my phone.
Is it adjustable?
No, it's not adjustable. No, just a crappy stand. But I don't know if you can see that, but it's got my name on it in the.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's got my name on it, so that no one steals it.
That's good.
So I've done that, and also I built this as a prototype because I wanted to see. So the reason why I built this as a prototype is because I wanted to see if I could rotate things in place at a specific angle, because I want to build a perpetual calendar. And I think I showed you this. Anyway,
you showed me one.
Can't see this, but it's basically a spindle with numbers on it. And I know it doesn't look spectacular, but I made this in a 3D program, and then I took it and I put it in my printer and I printed it out, and I took something that was on my computer, this thing here, and I made a physical thing from it. And I thought, that is just the best thing ever. I'm so happy with the fact that I can take something like this and I can make this a real world object that I can actually touch and interact with. I was dead chuffed. when I made it.
It is. It's great. It's great. I envy you that you've got one. I was wanting to maybe get one before Christmas there, or just kind of for myself from Santa.
There,
But
in the
I was
grand
kind
scheme
of
of
looking
things,
into it.
the one I've got is the Ender 3 Pro, and it is not that expensive.
No, I know. I was looking, what, like £200-300 or something?
Something like that, yeah. I think I
Aye,
paid
not too
$300
bad.
for mine. So it's not that expensive. So
Yeah.
but yeah, just to think
Yeah,
about.
I was looking into it.
And that was the other thing as well. So oh, this is even worse. So I do a lot of Lego stuff, and I have a lot of Lego minifigs. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get into the modeling thing was I have like a mess of minifigs under here, and so I printed this crappy thing out here, which if I can catch the
Maybe your
light,
Pam thing that James loves.
thing that James absolutely adores. That thing there, which is a 2x2 stud. But look, sits in the minifig. It works.
Yeah.
You look.
Brilliant.
I made that.
It's amazing. It works.
That, and it works because apparently I was on the old internet, and apparently Lego has an official unit of measurement. So one Lego unit is 1.6 millimeters. So I was out with the digital calipers measuring things. Going, okay, that can't be right. Let me see if I can measure it. And I'm like, all right, okay, I'll grab this. And I'm like, what is this here?
So wait a minute. How long have you had this 3D printer?
About a year.
No, you've had it longer than that.
No, it's just over 14 months.
Is it?
Yeah.
So where's the passion come from for doing something?
About 14 months ago when I got the printer, but I didn't have anything I wanted to build. See, the thing was,
Right,
I had all these ideas I had all these notions, I should say. I didn't have any ideas. I had all these notions that I was going to build this, that, and the next thing, not knowing what this, that, and the next thing was. But when I was sitting around over the Christmas break, I'm like, I know I could build. I've wanted to build that virtual calendar. And so it's all these little things where it's like, okay, I can now build. I now have things I can build. And I've got a reason for like learning Blender and things.
Or I've
like camera, like have things.
I'm not bored. I'm interested in this.
Like camera mounts and things like that. Things that would help me around here as well.
Yeah. I was keen. I was kind of checking it out as well. Like, you know, going to maybe buy one. But I was looking at it more from the Star Wars figure community. You know, customizable figures and things like
that.
Yeah. Which people are doing. You know, they're doing loads of stuff. And the tricky bit is when you print them off. You know, when the actual wee clips to go into the holes of the the legs into the arm, into the body.
Yeah,
it can be a wee bit tricky, you know, to get that quite right. So I thought, I don't know if I can be bothered with the fiddly aspect. Then I was looking at, like, I know you never printed that, but you can print like a Boba Fett helmet, you know, full size, which I saw. And the work that goes into these things, my God, you know, that's cool.
So this is a kit.
Oh, the Razor Crest.
Yeah, it was a little flat kit that came in one of these. So this is very familiar for those of you who built Airfix.
Airfix.
Snap the spurs off them and then just snap it together. That looks okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So I did that as a test print as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But see, once you start, you know, if you want to smooth them off and sanding them down, and,
that takes a lot of
painting them. Have you watched those videos of these guys that are, you know, really going to town with bits of filler
like
and all that?
100 grit and they bring it down to like 18.
Man,
the other way around it.
Yeah, but
way around it.
Yeah.
Look at the water.
Because I was thinking, aye, yeah, because I was thinking maybe it could be a little, you know, cottage industry outlet for me to model my own figures or something, and you know, and then paint them and stuff. But then I'm thinking, God, the effort you need to put into the, to actually do it. And I'd obviously paint, so anything that gets in the way of that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you'd be forever sanding.
Too much. It's too much. A lot of sanding.
All right, shall we?
But no, great hobby.
Yeah, I think so.
Great hobby.
So yeah, hopefully we'll. I can make something nice out of it.
No, that'd be cool to see. Looking forward to it.
Things. Anyway, I think we'll end there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, smash the old like button and share on social media. That'd be great. If you could do that, it really helps the channel out. And feel free, of course, to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you get timely reminders of when we put up a new video. And YouTube does its algorithms and gives you notifications and things. So, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio,
guys.